Listen, it's quite obvious what Max is currently doing. His goal is, until 2024, right? His goal is to make you hate him to the point where you're gonna beg for him to leave that company. That's where this storyline is going. But here is the thing. He's not going anywhere. That's the point. He wants to make you hate him so bad, you're gonna beg him to leave for the WWF. But once the rug gets pulled out from under you, it's going to be revealed that he's not going anywhere, and his reign of terror will continue. And it will give him colossal heat that everybody has been worked. He's going to reveal he never had any plans on leaving. So he is going to grab your emotions for no reason. He is going to make you hate his guts. That's the whole point here. To the point where, okay, you were gonna hate him, you're gonna want him to leave, but once he reveals that he's staying, it's going to give him colossal heat that he fooled and duped everyone. That's where this is going. The fact that he's now going part-time, super part-time, more than when he was not a champion, that's a bad thing, bro. He's going super part-time to make you hate him. Like I said, I predicted this. All he confirmed was, I'm the best. Max confirmed that I'm the best when it comes to talking professional wrestling. That's all he said tonight, really. Everything he said, I said it in multiple videos about this guy if he was to become a world champion. All he did was confirm everything I said. Once again, I'm right as always. I'm always right when it comes to talking professional wrestling. Look, it's not being cocky. I got video evidence and proof that I'm always right. Everything I say usually comes true 9 times out of 10 months from now or weeks from now. It seemed like I was the only one that had the balls to make multiple videos, multiple posts on my channel about how if Max was to be the world champion, it's going to be bad for AEW. It's crazy. All he has to do is cut a decent promo and everything is all forgiven with this guy. Now, look, when it comes to his talent, I never said he sucks. Like, I never said he ain't, I never said he's not talented, right? It's just I have a problem with him not wrestling often because I'm very old school. You have to earn your part-time schedule, not based on your potential. And I'm always comparing him to Austin Theory because people shit on Theory, but he wrestles every week. Max has wrestled 30 matches in 3 years. Let me repeat, he's wrestled 30 singles matches in a 3-year time span. Austin Theory, I think he's had 30 matches within the past 2 months. Let that sink in for just a second before you shit on Theory claiming he ain't ready. Theory wrestles in front of millions beyond millions of people. He's on a mainstream program. He wrestles for the biggest company in the whole entire world. He wrestles on the biggest wrestling show in the whole entire world, which is Raw. To me, he looks really, really good and ready. He's literally in the big leagues, and he's doing just fine. But let's get back on Max. I said everything I said in his promo. Everything I said, he repeated it in his promo. I tried to warn you, Marks. I tried, but you didn't listen. You didn't believe me, actually. That's the cold part. You didn't believe me. You thought I was trolling. You thought Max was gonna wrestle all the time. You thought I was gonna look stupid, huh? Then I had these dumbasses trying to play devil's advocate, right? By saying it's going to be a good thing that he's not gonna wrestle every week. Hold on. You guys are the same people that said Raw deserves a world champion. But hold on, why is it good for MJF to rarely show up? But it's bad for Roman Reigns not to show up. Let's just keep it a whole buck. Let's just be real. Rampage is basically SmackDown. Dynamite is basically Raw. Guess what? Max. We will never see Max on fucking Rampage. Let's just get that out the way. He said with his own mouth, he's rarely going to defend his title. He's rarely going to wrestle. He thinks he's a special attraction. I don't know how he earned that title. How did he earn the title of special attraction, bro? This is your first ever title in a major company. How are you a special attraction? His matches are not that good. Every match I see Austin Theory wrestle, all I hear is, this is awesome, clap, 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 clap. This is awesome, clap, 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 clap. That's all I hear after every Theory match. He can wrestle his fucking ass off. I'm trying to tell you, what has Max earned for him to have a part-time schedule? I don't get it. All he has to do is cut promos and all is forgiven? He gets a hall pass? Just because he cuts decent promos? That's insane to me. I never heard that before. What makes him any better or different from the heels in the past? Oh my fucking god. People gave shit to Triple H for his reign of terror. But at least Triple H was wrestling every week. At least he was a workhorse. Look it. You can't compare him to Roman Reigns, man. You just can't. Roman is in his late 30s. He's been a full-time workhorse for over 10 years. He's been a face of that company for over 10 years now. He has been a workhorse. He wrestles house shows, live shows, dark matches. He has done it all. And during his first year as the Tribal Chief, he was a workhorse. He was on a show every week to the point where people were kind of getting tired of him because he was on the show every week, getting tons of TV time, always wrestling. People thought his act was getting old, so they cut back his schedule to being part-time. But now people are complaining that he's part-time and he should drop title. But you want Max as the world champion, but he has wrestled 7 times this year. A 26-year-old wrestler has wrestled 7 times this year. And you wanted him as your world champion, but not Dean Ambrose. That's weird to me. See what I'm saying? Like I said, all elite wrestling is the multiverse. Everything they do is good. Everything the WWF does is bad. It's bad that Roman is not on Raw, right? It's bad he rarely wrestles. It's bad for Roman Reigns. We all want him to drop the title, huh? All you fucking marks. But it's a great thing that Max will rarely defend his title. But let me ask you, what has he earned for your fucking praise? Do you know why I'm so high on Roman Reigns? Do you know why I'm his biggest defender? Based on everything he went through as the fucking big dog. Everything he went through when he was a member of the fucking Shield. This guy went from hell and back. You guys went from booing him to cheering him. You guys went from Roman sucks, Roman sucks, Roman sucks. You guys were saying that when he was a face. He went through hell. He was called Vince McMahon's boy. He was called Vince McMahon's boyfriend. People was calling it the Roman Reigns agenda. Everything has to evolve around Roman Reigns. We must make Roman Reigns look fucking strong. He went through hell for the past 10 years to get to a point where he's at now. He earned a part-time schedule. Right? There was a time where I didn't watch when it comes to the WWF. There was a time where I didn't watch from all the way from 2010 all the way to 2015. I wasn't watching. But I was watching clips and highlights, but I wasn't watching the full shows. But when I got back into watching wrestling full time back in 2016, I learned so much about Roman Reigns. All I was hearing about was he is the face of this brand, and Vince McMahon is trying to shove him down our throats. But the guy has a great fucking look, and he's the cousin of the fucking Rock. But the one thing I noticed was this dude was wrestling on Raw every fucking day, every fucking week. He was always on the shows, busting his ass, getting booed out the building. Dun 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 dun. All I heard was boo, boo. I'm like, bro, this guy is a fucking face. It's not his fault that Vince McMahon wants to push him. Why are you booing him? So I'm trying to give you a timeline on why Roman Reigns earned a part-time schedule. He went through hell and back to get where he's at. Listen, Roman went through hell to earn his current spot in this company. So he earned a part-time schedule. This guy has had wars with John Cena, Braun fucking Strowman, Seth Rollins, Kevin Owens, Sheamus, tons of people. This guy went through hell and back with Bray Wyatt. Like he has had wars. And as the face of the company, it's like, bro, we see you too much. You gotta take a break. He has earned his fucking break. Right? It's like, do you want him to run himself to the fucking ground for your entertainment? This man has multiple kids. He is a married man. Right? He has a family. Why should he show up every fucking week? Randy Orton has a part-time schedule. You know why? He earned it. He doesn't need to show up every week. He has a fucking family now. He don't need to show his face every week. He's a future Hall of Famer. We don't need him on Raw every fucking week. He's Randy Orton. But I'm just giving you a timeline on why Roman Reigns has earned his part-time schedule. He don't gotta show up every fucking week. He don't got to. But Max does. Dog, nobody knows who this guy is. Right? Listen, CM Junk called Max a less famous Miz. That's what he is. He's a less famous Miz. Right? So, I don't see the Miz working a part-time schedule. And he's more famous than Max by a long ways. What has Max done to earn a part-time schedule? Nothing. Let me repeat, 30 matches in 3 years. So, if we're going to do a math on average, that comes out to 10 matches per year. There's a lot of people that kind of groan when Brock comes back because they know Brock is super part-time, right? There's a lot of people that don't like Brock Lesnar because of that schedule. But guess what? I never had an issue with his part-time schedule. You know why? He's Brock Lesnar. He earned it. The man is a former UFC champion. He is a multiple-time WWF World Champion. He is a former IWGP World Champion. We will never see another Brock Lesnar, ever. We will never see a guy that will repeat his resume. We will never see a UFC world champion and a WWF world champion on his resume. We would never see it ever again in our lifetime. Ever again. Ken Shamrock didn't do it. Nobody else would do it besides Brock. It's never going to happen ever again. He earned a part-time schedule. He has nothing else to prove. Max has tons to prove. This is his first championship, and he's part-time. Like, why? This is a first. You people would have buried Randy Orton if he was part-time at that young age. You guys would have buried him. If Randy Orton was part-time when he was the first-time world champion, you guys would have buried him. If he was rarely showing up every week. Look, man, this title reign will expose a lot of fickle people when it comes to Max. A lot of fickle people when it comes to the hypocrisy. Why is it good for Max to rarely show up, but it's bad for Roman to rarely show up? Both companies have 3 shows per week. So what the fuck is the difference? Right? Why is it bad for Roman? But the point is, I heard Max promo, and look, he repeats himself. It's the same promo. Talk shit about the hometown, talk shit about the audience. You people got a low IQ, blah, 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 blah. Same promo every week. Triple H would never allow him to cut those kind of promos. I hope y'all know that, right? But this is a huge troll job. He's not going anywhere. Like, this is a huge storyline. It's a fucking work. He's not going anywhere. He's not going to the WWF. I want you to bookmark this video. As I say this with these words, he's not going to the WWF. He's not going there. He will be a AEW lifer. Tony Khan has more money than the WWF. He has no reason to let Max walk away. What will be the point? He has no reason to. Okay, just re-sign him. All right, and just move the fuck on. He's not going anywhere. He's not going to let go of a guy that he literally helped build up from the fucking indies, which means he's somewhat of a homegrown talent. Tony Khan is not letting a homegrown talent walk away to Triple H. He's going to overpay Max. But at the end of the day, he will have an awful title reign. I called it. His title reign will be awful. Look, when it comes to All Elite Wrestling, they don't have that many pay-per-views. I want you to let that sink into your fucking brain. They don't have that many pay-per-views, which means, holy shit, he's gonna fucking defend that title even less than Roman Reigns. So he said that he's only going to defend his world title on pay-per-views. He said you have to pay to watch him wrestle for the world title. He said that with his own mouth. I hope you get that. I caught it. You didn't catch it because you are a fucking mark for this guy. But I caught what he said. You have to pay money, $50 to watch him defend that title. That's what he said. Wow. That's your world champion. All right. Okay. Be a fucking sucker. I ain't. Be a fucking sucker. You people got fooled by the devil. which is kind of fitting that he calls himself the devil. Now I get it now. Now I get why he calls himself the devil. You made a deal with the devil and your ass got burned. You all was saying, oh man, I want Max to be world champion. I'm so proud of him. What a great win. Y'all got tricked. Y'all got fooled by the devil. You guys pulled for this guy to be the world champion, and now you are rarely going to see your world champion defend that title every week or multiple times a month. Hell, you are rarely going to see him cut fucking promos probably. How dumb do you feel now? He's going to make Roman Reigns look hella good. He's going to make Roman Reigns seem like he's a full-timer. I said in previous videos, Max is gonna wrestle even less than he ever did when he wasn't champion. And that's what you wanted for your world champion. You want a part-timer? So in hindsight, you would rather want a super part-time guy as your world champion. Wow, make that make sense. But I knew eventually he was going to turn on William Regal, because I said in my last video about Max, I said him and Regal don't mix well. I said Max does not need a fucking mouthpiece. He doesn't need somebody in his corner, so I didn't get the pairing. Right? So I wasn't shocked that he turned on him. Like, I caught it. Like, bro, like, this pairing makes no sense. Max does not need a fucking mouthpiece. But his fucking promo is like, bro, you guys are being trolled. I'm not. This is a work. Dog, why is Tony Khan allowing this guy to name drop Nick Khan and Triple H? If he thinks Max is leaving. If he thinks Max is leaving, he's not going to name drop his future bosses, who are his competitors. Did Eric Bischoff allow anybody on WCW TV to say the name Vince McMahon? No. Did he allow Chris Jericho to say the name Vince McMahon? Do you believe when Jericho left WCW, do you think Eric Bischoff was going to allow him to say Vince McMahon's name on live TV if he knew Jericho was leaving? Of course not. Why would I put over my competition? Why would I just hand over my most promising talent over to my competition and let him say their fucking names when I know he might leave? Of course not. Which means he's not leaving. Why would Tony Khan give him the freedom to say the name of fucking Triple H? A guy that can be a future boss if he were to leave? Make that make sense. He keeps on putting over Triple H and Bruce Pritchard and Tony Khan as he keeps on putting over Triple H and Nick Khan as great bosses better than Tony Khan. Why would TK fucking allow that if it's not a work? It's look, this shit's a fucking work. If you are my employee, I'm not going to allow you to put over your future bosses on my live TV show. If I know you are leaving, that's stupid. Huh? Tony Khan is allowing all this because he knows Max ain't leaving. This is a work. You are being worked. I'm not. He's not leaving. Let's talk about Cody fucking Rhodes. Cody Rhodes was wrestling for AEW, and guess what? At the same time, he was talking to the WWF about a contract. At the same time, he was wrestling for All Elite Wrestling. Do you remember his last match with Sammy G? He was actually kind of under contract for the WWF during that match. See, y'all didn't know that. So, when Cody was saying that Tony Khan has not given him a new contract, did he name drop the WWF? Did he name drop the fact that he might go to his old company? Ever? Did he? No. Because Khan knew there was a strong possibility that Cody Rhodes might leave. So of course, he did not allow Cody Rhodes to name drop the WWF. That would have been stupid if Tony Khan allowed Cody Rhodes to name drop his future bosses on All Elite Wrestling TV. Okay? Think with your head. Cody Rhodes never told people that he was talking to the WWF, but he was. But he didn't tell y'all because he knew he was leaving. So he didn't tell nobody. If you know you are leaving, you're not supposed to say anything. You gotta keep it as a surprise. Cody Rhodes leaving AEW was a huge surprise because he kept it secret. This was business. You're not supposed to tell the whole world, hey people, goodbye. Next time you see me, I'm going to be wrestling Seth Rollins at WrestleMania. Last time I checked, Cody didn't say that. Did he? No. Look, Max is working you. He's not leaving. Look, man, I might have to make 20 videos about this for the next 2 years, like probably. Just to get it through people's heads that he ain't leaving. He's not leaving. He has no reason to fucking leave. He has a boss that makes more money than the WWF. He has Tony Khan wrapped around his fucking finger. He's a part-time guy without a fucking resume. Okay? He's a part-time guy without the resume of a Roman Reigns. He ain't going nowhere, man. He's set for life. This dude is over here shooting fucking movies, bruh. Really? He's set for life. But look, man. Soon his promos are going to sound very overrated. And I think he knows that. I think he said that. Yes. Eventually your promos will be fucking played out. You can't keep shitting on every town you go to. You can't keep saying the same shit. He says the same thing over and over and over again. That's going to catch up with him, and it will give him tons of heat. Bad heat. Yes, he's a good talker, but he's running out of material. 2024, the biggest bidding war in the history of wrestling. Bro, shut the fuck up. It's not going to be a fucking bidding war. This isn't work, but I guess it fits his. I guess it fits his character. I guess to say there's going to be some kind of bidding war. Like, bro, I've never heard not one rumor from any dirt sheet that Triple H wants to sign this guy. All I heard was they want to sign Jade Cargill and fucking Wardlow. I never heard anything about Max, so don't get worked. They don't want him like that. You know why? He's short. He's short. He's very interchangeable. There's tons of guys down in NXT who you can push like you do Max. You got fucking Cameron Grimes. You got Grayson Waller. You got Carmelo Hayes, bruh. You got fucking Austin Theory. Like there's you got J.D. McDonough. Bro, there's tons of MJF like characters currently in the WWF. They don't want this guy. He is replaceable and he's short. All those guys I just mentioned, he's not taller than any single one of them. That's the irony of it. That's the huge irony. Dog, he's short. He's not that tall. See, when it comes to a Wardlow, there's not a lot of people on that roster who look like Wardlow. That's why they want him. There's not a lot of people who look like Powerhouse Hobbs. That's why they want him. There's not a lot of women who look like Jade Cargill. That's why they want her. Max looks like everybody else, bro. I'm sorry. Who needs Max when you got Sami Zayn? That's what I'm trying to get to your fucking head, right? So, look, don't be fooled by this fake ass bidding war. There's no bidding war. He's just saying that just to get heat. Just to make the all elite wrestling audience hate him. And it's look, man, the shit ain't working because there's still marks out there. But like overall, Max will have an awful title reign. He said it. He's going to be super part-time. We will rarely ever see him wrestle. He said it. Not me. He said it. Which means he confirmed everything I've said for the past 2 weeks. Come on, man. I'm never wrong when it comes to talking professional wrestling. Look, man. As I said over and over again, he is the most overrated wrestler in the whole entire world. Like, look, he has talent. He does. But he's lazy. He doesn't wrestle all that often. And he overhypes himself. I don't know why he called himself the best wrestler in the fucking world. Like, bro, you don't wrestle. How are you the best in the world when you don't fucking wrestle? Bro, he's had 1 win in 6 months. How are you the best? But you dumbasses keep fucking eating it up. Every promo, all is forgiven. We will forgive you as long as you cut good promos. It don't matter if we don't see wrestle every week, as long as you cut good promos. Wow, man. Like I said, that's the fucking multiverse over there, bro. It's a weird company, weird fan base. But look, man, I'm done.